Hello and welcome back to Drama Investigator. Well, who bloody knew that Coachella was fake? Who would have thought? Who would have guessed? Well, I hate to break it to you, but it's actually been a fake event since the very beginning. So what's the drama that has currently gone down? According to Loren Gray, she'd recently exposed that influencers who get paid to go to the event or who get paid to wear clothes to the event don't even go to Coachella. They honestly just rent out a cabin in the desert at the time Coachella is happening and post pics of them wearing outfits every single day. So they just get dressed up and they don't go to Coachella. Now, is it that big of a deal? Maybe not. Maybe some people don't care. Maybe some of their viewers don't see that to be that big of an issue. However, if they're lying about doing that, what else are they lying about? Now, in the influencer world, we know damn well that people get paid hundreds of thousands, if not millions, to promote products. And apparently half the time, they don't even like what they're promoting. They're just doing it for a paycheck. So this really just goes back to how fake influencers are out there. Not all of them, but a lot of them are. And Jeffree Star's been exposing them for years, and so have many other people. But yeah, Loren Gray is another influencer who has recently spoken out and exposed what really goes down at Coachella. Don't know why she's only exposing it now. She could have exposed it long ago, but who knows? And apparently Loren Gray isn't that fussed about Coachella, but she felt the need to expose fake influencers that are doing this, although she didn't name anybody.
Okay, I haven't personally seen anyone talk about this, but I think it's hilarious and I have to share it because it's Coachella. Coachella's like the influencer Olympics, right? It's the place to be. But most influencers, or a lot of influencers, don't even go to Coachella. And I think that this is such a wild fact. They'll go out to the desert, get like an Airbnb, stay with someone, get their outfits, get their hair, get their makeup, post up Coachella day 1. Coachella day 2, and they don't go to the festival. They don't have wristbands. They just drive their little butts out to the desert to take Instagram photos, make TikToks, get ready with me's, whatever, and then they drive back, and that's it. So if you feel boring and sad because you're not at Coachella, just know that most of these people aren't there either. It's like a very common occurrence that I thought people knew, but then I didn't see anyone talking about it, so now you know.
So here's what fans had to say about Loren Gray's exposing TikTok. I feel like this is Emma Chamberlain 1 year. This seems so obvious and yet I had no idea, lol. I don't know how people don't actually stay because there's so many talented people at Coachella. I now need to know who is and isn't there. Unless they post stories actually standing within the crowds listening to musicians, I assume they faked it. Because I remember an influencer going as far as photoshopping themselves in front of the Coachella Rainbow Tower. I can't remember who it was, but I remember it being a thing. So people are now going through their influencer following lists and seeing who is faking going to Coachella. Can you think of any? Now, speaking about the whole fake influencer drama, what's interesting is that Jeffree Star recently featured in a podcast, and he'd said for some reason it's easy now for influencers to lie and get away with it because fans find it entertaining. For example, Michaela Nogueira, as we all know, she'd recently lied about mascaras and Lashgate. She'd worn some false lashes whilst promoting a mascara, and she'd said that they were her own lashes while they weren't, and then she'd never made a statement about the whole drama, so a lot of people called her out for that, but she didn't even make a statement. She didn't even respond. She just continued on, and half her fans were like, what the heck? But she didn't even get cancelled. No one unfollowed her. She's like the it girl in the beauty community at the moment, and she did not get cancelled for faking that lash drama. Literally any other influencer out there would have been destroyed. Even Jeffree Star was coming for her at the time, but she still got away with it. This is what Jeffree had said back when she got exposed.
L'Oreal has been sending out this mascara and Miss Michaela reviewed it. The internet blew the fuck up and a lot of people think that she's wearing a false lash at the end of her eye. Now, as a makeup artist since I was 20 years in the game, bitch, it looks peculiar. It looks bizarre. The mascara is on, it looks cute, and then all of a sudden there's a swish, and all of a sudden there's some extra shit on the end, and I don't know what the fuck it is. So we're gonna review this unbiased. You couldn't pay me $1 million to say this shit's fucking good. You can't pay me anything because I make my own money, my own dollar. I'm independent and there's nothing wrong with taking sponsorships. Let me just start off by saying that.
So yeah, I thought that was interesting. I just wanted to include that. There are a lot of fake influencers out there these days that are pretending to go to Coachella or are maybe getting paid to promote brands that they don't really like or lying about stuff like Michaela, and they're getting away with it because people now think that it is entertaining. Now, going back to Loren Gray, she is an OG Musical.ly star. She has a huge fan base and people really love her, and they value her opinion. And she's over Coachella. She's like, don't even get FOMO about it. Who cares if you can't afford it? Coachella, if you didn't already know, is this massive music festival and it's super hyped up. All the influencers attend it and they take pics every day in super funky outfits for the gram. It's basically just a massive cash grab because literally all the clothes that they're sent to wear sell out like as soon as they post pics on the gram. Like that's what it's all about. Just photos, pics, and money. I doubt that half the influencers that go even care about who's playing and who's singing. Now it turns out Gabby Hannah had actually faked her Coachella experience and was open about doing so in a trolling video that she'd made years ago. She'd done that back then to expose how fake influencers can be. This is what she'd said in her post on Instagram at the time. Oops, I faked it all. Go check out the video on how I pretended to go to Coachella, up now. Photoshopped by Killen's World. Well, I'm at Coachella and I'm just as shocked as you, but happy to be here. So excited to play dress up and enjoy the culture and live music. Thanks so much to my girl Sydney for talking me into it. Happy birthday, bitch. And to her mum for finding this bomb Airbnb. What up, Vicky? How you doing, girl? Stay tuned for all my outfits I tried way too hard on and messy stories no one asked for. So another influencer who is very much against Coachella is influencer Brianna Renee. She'd even referred to it as Scamchella. In conclusion, who's really fussed about this drama? Are we really that surprised? Let me know your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe for more juicy tea.